Hi everyone, it's me, Elna. Let me know if you're here. I'm going to do a quick Facebook Live on how to raise your freelance writing rate. Okay? I know there's a lot of writers out there that are trying to find out how to figure out their rate and then to grow your freelance writing rate. Okay? So I want to help you with some couple steps to help you. Okay. Now I know this is a lovely Sunday day. You're probably grocery shopping or doing some fun things out there, but I'm doing a little bit of lessons from my upcoming course. So I thought I could do a quick Facebook Live. Okay. So I want to talk about a little bit about my story about raising my rate. I started when I was brand new to freelance writing. I didn't have any experience like sort of with the online world. I didn't even have a Twitter account. I wasn't using LinkedIn. I just used the internet for like browsing. So YouTube, buying things on Amazon, things like that. So when I decided to start freelance writing, I had no idea what to base my rate on. I did reach out to other freelance writers, but they were already years beyond. And so they couldn't really advise me any kind of rate to begin with. So I sort of set the bar low at 4 cents a word. I thought, well, why not give that a try and see if I can attract any clients with that rate. What I found was that I was repelling clients with that rate. Those high-paying clients that want premium content didn't care at all for those types of writers that rate themselves low quality. Anything I feel that's below 10 cents are you're going to be attracting lower quality clients. It's not always the case. Don't get me wrong. There are some clients out there that are phenomenal and will give you lots of work and give you great testimonials for a lower rate. But I just found at that time that I was repelling good quality clients. So I had to find a way to raise my rate. If you're here, just say hi. Okay, I have my notes here on the side, so I'm I want to make sure that I give you all the great information. Okay, so what I ended up doing was, even though I was quoting 4 cents a word, I was still pitching. And the first job that I landed through a job board quoted me their rate for their writers. So that was quite nice. And so I was able to land a gig I think it was like they were paying me $100 for 700 words, something like that. So I was okay with that. And when I was approached for a new project, I made the decision to up my rate. But I needed proof that I could write with that new rate. And so here are the things that I did to make sure that when a prospect came to my site and looked at my samples, that I was worth the rate that I was quoting. One thing to remember is that you need to be okay with the loss. There's a big apprehension to wanting to increase your rate because you're afraid that no one's going to hire you. But that's not the case. You want the people to hire you because of the value that you have. So you need to be okay with that loss of those other types of clients and other types of projects that aren't going to help you grow your portfolio, that aren't going to help you grow your business, because their business tactic is to just pump out content, no matter what type of content it is. And they're not valuing the writing that you have. So be okay with that type of loss. You don't want those clients. You want to start achieving better projects. So you need to sort of let yourself let go of that and be okay with the loss. Okay. Then you want to work on updating your portfolio. Now, if you're brand new to freelance writing, you don't have a lot of samples, that's okay. It's your job to spend the bulk of your time doing two things. Finding gigs and creating samples in your niche. And this is where you might be saying, well, Elna, I don't even know what my niche is. That's okay. I started out with a couple of niches. Write a couple of posts in various topics that you want to write about and get paid for. That's exactly what I did. I wrote a post on health. I wrote a post on mental well-being, and I even wrote a post on sort of online educational courses and things like that. So those were the things that I was experiencing with education, health, and then I have a psychology background. And that's what I did. I just created content, and I was able to land gigs that way. So update your portfolio. If you want to break into WordPress, create some samples in a blog post about WordPress. Do some guest posting. Get yourself out there and update your portfolio with those new guest posts that you landed. Let's see, what did I do? So when I first put up my portfolio, I was just ecstatic to get any publication. So I was just putting and slapping on any type of publication that I had in my portfolio. And while that did help me in the beginning, again, I was still attracting those lower paying clients. My portfolio was all over the place. And I was promoting content that maybe wasn't showing the best type of writing that I had. So I had to really go into my portfolio and weeding out the type of content that I felt that wouldn't show the quality of my writing. Maybe I just published a quick 500-word guest post in a niche that wasn't really my niche. Maybe it was about something that was health related, but it wasn't my expertise. So you could tell by the writing that I had. So I made the decision to only show those types of content that that showed the value of my writing, that showed the type of content that I could create that would attract higher paying clients. Hi. All right. I think I also made the decision at that time to pick one defining niche and blow that out. So showing anything online that I was that niche, and that was digital marketing. So I made sure to show the best digital marketing content up front in my portfolio. I made sure to put digital marketing somewhere on my website or on Twitter, on my bio descriptions. So I started honing down on my niche. And that one thing can help you grow your freelance writing rate. Okay. During that time, you want to start sprucing up your website. Now, if you don't have a website, go to my blog, elnakane.com. It's the first blog post there. I show you step-by-step how to create a service-based blog. This is essential to getting profitable clients. When I first started at 4 cents a word, I was trying to find gigs on freelance writing platforms like Upwork. At that time, it was, I think they called it Odesk. So I was trying to find work that way, and it was just not successful. Those types of clients weren't looking for the quality type of content that I wanted to create. So I had to create a website and show them that, look, I can write. I want to write for you. I want to write, have collaborations with clients that value my type of writing. And that's what a website can do for you. So make sure you have that website and start sprucing it up. Look at your homepage. Read your homepage as if you're just a viewer. Is it optimized to attract the client, or is it all about you? Are you just writing things about what you like to do, how you started writing when you were a little girl or boy, where you graduated from, what your work is? That's not going to attract clients. Clients want to know what your writing can do for them. So make sure that your website has that type of copy that shows them that you're their writer. Okay? And that can take some time. I go into that in my course, but go ahead and look at other freelance writing websites and read their copy. See how they're attracting clients to get an idea of what you can do for your website. You want to also, one of the last things that you can do to start increasing your freelance writing rate is to make sure you have social proof. And that can come in the form of testimonials. So if you have a client or two right now, get some testimonials. Even if they're the lower paying clients, see if you can get some testimonials. That just shows proof to other future prospects that first, you've done some paid writing, and second, that those clients value enough that they are giving you a great testimonial. Okay, so have that and display that testimonial on your portfolio page or on your home page, on your sidebar, anywhere where you think that prospect is looking on your blog or on your website. Okay. And I just want to make you realize that the tips that I gave you had nothing to do with the actual skill of writing, if you realize that. I talked about marketing aspects like your website, optimizing your website, updating your portfolio, being okay with a loss, and grabbing some testimonials. That had nothing, sorry, my notes just disappeared. That had nothing to do with your writing. Okay, so Ashley, how do you get a testimonial? So one of the things that I like to do is when I get a project and I write my project, I submit my project and I ask for feedback. If the feedback's well written enough, I might ask them, can I use this as a testimonial? If I don't get great feedback, if it's just like, thanks so much for the content, it's great, I might ask, do you mind telling me a little bit more about this? Do you mind providing a testimonial? It's okay to ask after that first project. Some people want to wait a little bit longer. So it's up to you. I tend, in the beginning, I don't ask for testimonials anymore, but in the beginning I asked after the first or two projects. So if I was getting a project of 2 posts a week, after the first 2 initial, I ask for feedback right then and there. Please let me know what you think. And then if it's good enough, I ask, can I use that as a testimonial? And if not, then I ask them, do you mind providing a testimonial for my site? I'm trying to grow my business, and I like the collaboration, and I like the type of writing that I'm doing for you, kind of thing. So don't be hesitant to ask them. Okay, so again, the tactics that I was giving you were more marketing tactics, and it had nothing to do with your writing. So what about your writing? Is that the end all be all? What if your writing isn't up to par to those types of projects for high paying clients? You want to improve your writing overall. And you know what? That comes naturally. The more you write, if you write every day, if you read blogs, if you read content from other freelance writers, you'll see the type of writing that gets paid. Okay? This is the type of writing that is easy to read, easy to scan, provides bulk value. Okay? It's not long-winded. It's short and to the point. It provides a lot of examples. These are things you want to take note of when you read other blogs, other content. And I'm only saying this if you're wanting to break into sort of that small business writing. And this is my experience. I'm not an experienced writer in magazines, white papers, email marketing, things like that. That's a whole other ballgame. But I encourage you to look at those samples and create a sort of swipe file of those types of content so that you can learn from them. Grab those emails if you want to be an email marketing writer, a big brand. Sign up to Grammarly, sign up to Opt-in Monster, like other types of big businesses. Read their emails to get an idea of how they're written. Same thing with white papers. Download some white papers from other businesses and see how they're written. If you find that they're poorly written, then that's when you can start cold emailing and reaching out to those clients and say, look, I can do this better, right? It's taking that action. But that's a whole other ballgame. I want to just focus on creating those steps so you can start increasing your freelance writing rate. Like I said, what I did is I started at 4 cents a word, but the first project that I landed gave me 10 cents a word. And then when I was approached for a new project, I upped my rate to 12 cents a word. And then from that point on, I kept upping my rate until what it is standard now. Okay, so I want you to do that, but make sure that as you're increasing your rate, you're showing the value on your website and in your content and with the clients that you're landing. All right, so that's it. If you have any questions, just let me know. That was just a quick little video on how to increase your rate. All right, have a great Sunday.